A very good morning, students. Today in this video lecture we will be understanding and distinguish between chromatin and chromosomes, chromatids and sister chromatids. Okay, so today we will be learning about chromosomes and chromatin. And so before going into this session, first you must be aware of what is a chromatin and what do you mean by chromosome. And after finishing this, we will learn about your chromatids and sister chromatids. Okay, so in the previous class you have learned about your what do you mean by DNA, how it is being generated, how it is being transferred from one generation to another generation, euchromatin and heterochromatin, isn't it? So in this session you will be learning and you will be understanding and distinguishing about your chromosomes and chromatids and sister chromatids. Now in this present session, you all know that DNA carries your genes. Your chromosomes carries your genes that contains your DNA molecule. So DNA is the hereditary molecule which carries your genes that to be expressed with the help of the proteins in our body, isn't it? It carries your inherited traits in an organism, right? So coming to this particular session, what do you mean by chromatin? Chromatin is nothing but this is a combination of both DNA and protein molecule. So chromatin, it is made up of your DNA molecule and proteins, isn't it? So here, what is the combination between protein and DNA? As you all know, DNA is a negatively charged molecule and proteins, here you will be having histone proteins, exclusively histones. Histones are positive proteins, positively charged proteins, and these positively charged proteins will anchor your negatively charged DNA molecule. Got it? So only your histone proteins are wrapped with your DNA molecule. So this combination is nothing but your chromatin. So histone proteins, why they are positively charged proteins? Because of the presence of basic amino acids, arginine, lysine and histidine. Okay, so this combination is nothing but your chromatin. So in eukaryotes, your DNA is completely supercoiled. I am not saying that in prokaryote it is not coiled, but it is very condensed when compared to your prokaryotes. In eukaryotes, it is having a separate room that this particular DNA is present in a chromosome. That is the chromosome is nothing but a thread-like structures where your genes are present and the DNA is present in a thread-like structure in your chromosome. And there is a saying that DNA in our cell, DNA is such long, the length of the DNA is such big that it takes around from earth to sky, it is having a length of around from earth to sky, it will take 3 to 4 tons. So that much of DNA should be packed inside your cell, isn't it? So how you will condense this DNA, how you will pack this particular DNA in your cell? So for all this purpose, for all these junk materials to be included in your cell, you need some anchoring, you need some points that to attach your DNA molecule and to wrap it around and to this particular stuff to be get inside into your cell, isn't it? So all you need is your protein molecules. So the proteins are nothing but your histones. So these are positively charged proteins, and these histones are having an octamer structure. So there are 4 different histone proteins are there, and they are present in pairs. So 4 into 2, 8, and this is a octamer protein. Okay, so it is having octamer arrangement. So this octamer arrangement will anchor your DNA molecule, and this particular composition, this particular complex is nothing but your chromatin. Chromatin is nothing but, it is composed of your DNA and proteins, that is your histone protein molecules. And this is present something like in a bead and a string model. Okay, see what I am explaining, this is exclusively in your eukaryotes, because in eukaryotes the condensed form, this DNA is very condensed form, as I said earlier. But in prokaryotes, DNA is present in your cytosol, your genetic material is present in the cytosol. So it is also complicated, but not much when compared to your eukaryotes, isn't it? So here in eukaryotes, because in eukaryotes you will be having both coding and non-coding regions, so there are different functions that you will be learning in the coming sessions. But up to the point, as of now, I am explaining you about chromatin. So in eukaryotes, coming to your eukaryotes, it is a complex of both DNA and protein, and these proteins are nothing but your histone proteins. So histone proteins are organized in an octamer complex that it is having. So totally 4 histone proteins. When they are present in pairs, it will give 8 histone proteins, and it is a octamer structure, right? So this is your nothing but your chromatin. So this chromatin is present, this particular composition, this particular complex is arranged in a bead and a string form. Okay, so this is your bead and this is your string. This is your bead and this is your string. This is your bead, and so this is not much condensed. So this is your histones. Okay, and this is your thread-like structures, that is your DNA. So DNA and your histone. So these are arranged in a bead in a string form. So something, for example, balloons are attached, around 6 to 7 balloons. I will explain you. See, up to here only I am explaining about, I'm getting you, I need to tell you about what do you mean by chromatin, chromosome, chromatids and sister chromosomes. In the coming session, I will explain the structural organization of genome, right? So up to here, you must keep it in your mind that this is your histones and this is your DNA molecule. So this string form, they are present in bead and string form. So this is how your chromatin is arranged. So this is not much compact and this is not condensed when compared to the next coming fragment or next coming sections of your chromosomes and chromatids. Okay, so this is nothing but your chromatin. Now coming to the chromosomes. So coming to the chromosomes, when we will be talking about chromosomes means colored bodies. Chromo means color and so means bodies. So when they are stained, they produce color. So depending upon that particular, depending upon that particular saying, chromosomes are nothing but your colored bodies. In Latin, chromo means color, so means bodies. So these chromosomes are nothing but they are more condensed form of chromatin. So in the previous point, I have explained you about chromatin. Chromatin is nothing but it is a combination of both your DNA and protein molecule, isn't it? Histones. So coming to the chromosome, they are arranged in a bead and a string form. So now coming to the chromosomes are further condensed form of chromatin. So different chromosome numbers are present in different species. If for example, if you consider green peas, they are having 40 chromosomes, and in human beings 46. means 23 pairs. Next in mouse, 40 chromosomes are present, isn't it? In Drosophila, 8. Yes. So this is how different chromosomes are present in the number of chromosomes are varies in different species. So that is nothing but chromosomes. Chromosomes, the further condensed form, they are more very tightly packed when compared to your chromatin. So condensed form of chromatin is nothing but your chromosomes. So in this is about your chromosomes. So further, these chromosomes, when they will come for replication. See, so these chromosomes are present in your cell, and these chromosomes carries your DNA molecule, and these chromosomes are coming for duplication. That is nothing but your replication. So the replication means same copy, same Xerox copy to be produced, and after production of same copy, they both will get separated to their daughter cells, to the next progeny cells. So first initially they should get replicated and next separated. So these chromosomes, these are your chromosomes. These chromosomes, see, I have explained you that this is in a bead and a string form, isn't it? So in the, if you will take it out, if you just take a piece of your chromosome and you will observe it under your electron light microscope. See, this particular chromatin cannot be observed under microscope. Only your chromosomes can be observed. Okay, so when you will observe and you take a small piece of your chromosome, then you can see this particular organization is present. Okay, so this is your chromosome. So different, as I said earlier, different number of chromosomes are present in different species. So when this chromosome will be further replicated in your early prophase, when it is replicated, it will produce duplicate. It will replicate and it will produce same Xerox copy of a chromosome, isn't it? In mitosis. So same Xerox copy is produced and they are attached with a centromere. Okay, so this attachment will carry your chromosomes. Here chromosomes are getting replicated, duplicated. Same Xerox copy has produced, and these pairs of chromosomes are attached with a point, that is centromere, and they both get further separated in anaphase. Okay, that is a different story. Up to here, what this chromosome will further, this is your further condensed form of your chromatin. So this chromosome will enter into your replication in your early prophase. So after replication, they both get this particular chromosome will produce another copy of same duplicated copy of your chromosome, and they both are attached with this point, that is centromere, and next they further get separated, that is your mitosis meiosis. Okay, that is your next story. So they both are attached with the centromere. So the produced arms of your chromosomes are nothing but your chromatids. Okay, so these are chromatids. So these chromatids, they are attached with a single, they are originated from a single chromosome, from a single gene, from a single DNA, and attached with a centromere. So these are known as sister chromatids. Okay, if you assume that from a different gene, from a different chromosome, another pair of chromosomes are produced. So these arm and this arm, this chromatid and this chromatid are completely different, with a different gene, with a different chromosomes. They are known as non-sister chromatids. Got it? So this is nothing but your chromosomes, chromatin, chromosomes, chromatin, chromatids, and sister chromatids. So in this lecture, this is why I am explaining all these terms, because in the coming session I will explain you this structural organization of genome, isn't it? So in that particular session, you will be coming across all these simple terms. So before going directly into the session, I need to tell you, I need to distinguish and differentiate between all these terms. So this is nothing but chromatin, chromosomes and chromatids. Okay, thank you.
మేడం గారు ఏమైనా ఏం చేస్తారండి క్లౌడ్ కంప్యూటింగ్